Hi, I'm Justin with City of Palms Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and today I have
Lewis with City of Palms Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And as we've gone through the second stripe, we've talked about controlling positions, mainly side control, hip to shoulder and such. We started to divulge into submissions and working the Americana, whether it be from mount or side control. And today we're going to work on the step around armbar, another submission that we utilize from side control. So Mr. Lewis, if you could please.
Yes, sir.
So obviously we're starting in side control here. Nothing new. We want to have a good cross face, trying to get our fingers in the armpit. Now we have a couple different attacks we can work from here. Just depends on what our partner's doing. So if our partner's hand's in front of our face, I'm thinking Americana, or there is a sneaky armbar from here as well. If the hand is on the other side hugging our head, we have Kimura and step around armbar. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to post my left hand over top of his head, but I want to make sure I'm not being lazy with how I do it. I don't want to bring it out just like we talked in Americana and bring my arm to where he can grab it, start making frames. I like to think of combing his hair. I comb his hair, come around, and I post my hand. Now from here, I don't want to make too much space with my hips, but I need to pull Lewis all the way onto his side. So I'm going to push with my left hand and pull with my right until he is on his side completely. This is not completely on his side, so I need to pull him all the way onto his side here. And I like to have athletically engaged toes. So from here, I'm going to pinch with the right side of my head, my ear, pinch his arm, and I'm going to pull my right elbow back towards my ribs. So from here, having a nice control of the position. Again, if I'm lazy with how I do it, and I'm not very tight, he can bring frames back in here. He can start working to retain his guard. So again, I'm pinching, and I'm pulling my right elbow back towards my ribs. From here, my right knee is going to slide all the way into his armpit, and my left leg is going to step right to the top of his shoulder blades here. And I'm going to stay on the pad of my foot, because if I go flat-footed here, I'm going to have a hard time being mobile with this. So I'm going to be on the pad of my foot, and as I turn, I'm going to drop. And my left knee here, we can turn, is going to be vertical. We don't want it flared out. We don't want it flat. It's going to be vertical. Now, if my left or my right leg here comes over top of his elbow, that is fine. Preferably, we want it here, pinching our heel towards our butt. And from here, just like a traditional armbar, we're going to squeeze our knees together, and we're going to go to this baseball back grip control, wanting his thumb pointed towards the ceiling. So one more time. Nice hip to hip here, nice cross face. He brings his arm to the other side. I comb his hair, post on the mat, and I pull him all the way onto his side. Pinching my ear together, pulling my right elbow towards my rib. Right knee goes right into the armpit, and I step all the way around to his back, staying on the top of my foot here. As I turn, pinching my knees together, curling my heel towards my butt, going baseball back grip control, thumb towards the ceiling. And that is the step around armbar.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you do.